Hi everybody, Susan with Canines First. I'm going to give you an intro lesson to the 282 Dogtra model, the same lesson I give my clients. I'm going to show you what it comes with and how you're going to turn it on, the bells and whistles, all that, and then at the end Bandit will show you a proper fit. You're going to get two receivers, or as you might think of them as collars. One's going to come with the black strap and the other one's going to come with an orange strap. Your straps are going to be long, okay? They're going to be this big. And if you've got a dog with a neck bigger than this, then I need you to send me a photograph, okay? But it should fit nearly every dog, and then you just cut it to your liking, like I have cut these to fit my dogs, okay? Now, for the receivers, yes, let's use the orange one. We can see that one best. Let me show you where to plug it in. On the back or the bottom of the receiver, very near the probes, just above them, you will find where you plug in your charger, okay? Very simple. All right, we'll get back to the charger here in just a second. Let me show you first how to turn on the receiver and turn it off. You're going to take your remote. Your receiver has a red dot on the back of it, and your transmitter, or as you may call it, the remote, I call it that too, has a red dot on the back of it. When you touch them together, that will turn it on and it will turn it off, okay? And you don't want to be too hasty. Give it a good second when you turn it on, and same when you go to turn it off. Hold it there for just a moment. It's going to flash red and then go dark when you're turning it off. It is going to turn green and then begin flashing when it is on. I hope you're able to see that. It's a slow green flash. Color green means it's charged and it's ready to go. When it begins to run low on battery, the flashing light will go to amber and then finally red and then totally dark after that, and then you're out of luck. Okay, that's really all there is to know about the receiver. You need to know where to plug it in to charge it on the bottom and where the red dot is to turn it on with your remote. Other than a proper fit and cutting your collar, that's all there is to the receiver. Okay, what it all comes down to with remote training collars is the remote itself. This is the 282 remote. Here's your on and off button for your remote. Not all remotes have an on and off button. Some of them are just on, just like your television remote is on. But for this 282 model, it's got an on-off button. It's navy right here on the side, and you press it, hold it for a good moment as well, and then it will turn on. Hopefully you can see that LED screen lighting up there saying that we've got a full battery and that our intensity level is turned all the way down to 0. Okay, I'm going to try to turn it off for you without even looking. Holding that navy button, and it should be off now. Yes, we're off. Okay, I'll turn it back on for you so we can talk about the rheostat dial, which you will find here at the top. It's a knob, and as you turn it, you should see your LED screen show an increase in the intensity as the numbers go up. Okay, and then you can turn it back down. The LED screen is a nice bell or whistle. It allows you to see where you are very clearly, particularly if you're in lower light. All right, so far, got our on-off button, your rheostat dial on top, obviously. This, hopefully it's obvious, this is your antenna. Nothing to be done there. It's doing its job for you. Okay, button, LED, on-off button, LED screen, rheostat dial, antenna. Here's our anatomy. Okay, here's another one. Another piece of the anatomy of the rope is a lanyard. It comes with it. I can't stand them. I take them off. I'm going to put it in my fanny pack, I'm going to put it in a pocket, or I'm going to hold it in my hand. If you like it around your neck, fine, wear it around your neck. One of the reasons I don't like it is every time I bend over to the dog, I smack him in the head with it. That's just one of the reasons I don't like it. I also don't like that the lanyard has a sound to it. That can sometimes tip the dogs off. And in the beginning, particularly when we are desensitizing, we don't want to tip them off that this thing right here has anything to do with their training. So just one more little thing that helps me be sly is to take the lanyard off so that it doesn't make sound. Okay, got a switch right here at the top. This is your nick and continuous toggle. So when you are wanting to use the nick function, it's going to be up at the top, and there's a little light colored in there. I don't know if you're able to see it, but trust me, it's there. And if you want to be in continuous mode, you push it down to the bottom and you're in continuous mode. If you don't know what that means, the nick button is going to just give them just a momentary stimulus, and the continuous button, just like it sounds, for as long as you're pressing the button, it will stimulate the dog. When you let go, it will stop. It should have a 10-second shut-off feature. God forbid something happen. Let's go to the back again. Here's some more anatomy. The 282 comes with a belt clip that you can put. That's another place I'll sometimes put it. Not on my neck, sometimes on my hip, fanny pack, hand, pocket. Never around my neck. Okay, all right, back to our buttons. The front buttons are your pager functions. Now, if you're working with me, I'm going to show you, I have a special way of using these, but most folks will use them to call their dog in when shouting isn't appropriate. But really, you can be creative and use these in ways you want to. That's the way I use mine. I use them to call the dogs in when either shouting isn't appropriate, or sometimes I'm worried that they may not be able to fully hear me, planes overhead or waves crashing or traffic. That helps them to know that they've been called, perhaps if their hearing is failing them. On the side, you've got buttons, just like you do on the vibration buttons. These buttons are coordinated to the strap, the collar, the dog that you are trying to communicate with. So let's say you're using nick function, give it up to nick, and you are just going to press black for black collar, orange for orange collar. And they will typically come paired. Only when you buy a separate additional receiver will you need to pair them. We'll go into that in another video. All right, so you've got these buttons for stimulation down the side, which makes a lot of sense because when you're holding it in your hand, I always am telling my clients, keep your fingers on the button. It's very simple. You're just walking along. You're ready to go when you're watching your dogs. You got your pager down the front, your belt clip, your lanyard, rheostat dial, your antenna, your on-off. That's all there is to this. Absolutely all there is to this. Let me show you one other thing that comes with it. You get your charger. And your charger, unlike mine, because I lent mine out, will come with 2 splitter cables. Okay, this is just one splitter cable. You're going to plug in your receiver, your other receiver, and then the splitter will have another cable where you can plug in your remote. Okay. In the meantime, I'm doing double duty to make sure all mine are charged, but you won't need to do that. Do not worry. Okay, let's get Bandit up here, and he's going to show us once again proper fit, because that lesson never gets old. Bandit, up, up. Good boy. Oh, that's a good boy. Thank you so much. Good boy. You need to put it right under the chin. Flip those ears out of the way if they are in the way. And you're going to buckle it like you would a belt. You are going to pull until the tissue will stop it. And then just go ahead and buckle it where it lands, so that if you were to try to move it with one hand, let's say you had it on this side of the trachea and you wanted to move it to the other side, I can't do it unless I grab his chin, hold him steady, wriggle it a little bit, and then I could get it to the other side of the trachea. That is a good fit. It's not squeezing him, but it's on snug, nice custom fit. And we just tuck it in there. Bandit is good to go. You ready to go off-roading? You ready? Okay. All right, let's go. Okay.